There's only one kind of straight relationship dynamic that works. And this is my professional opinion. Yeah, I'm gonna flex my useless gender studies degree, okay? And that is a dynamic where the man is the more patient, tolerant, and obsessed person in the relationship. Anything else is doomed. My own straight relationship is a testament to this. And that is simply because of the way the odds are stacked in the society that we live in. I don't make the rules, I'm just observing them. Look at any healthy, long-term straight relationship that you know of and tell me that this is not the dynamic.
And then social media, there's literally men out here who like to use social media as a gauge of how to perceive you before actually taking you out. I had a man literally tell me from a dating app, he wanted to get my social media because he said that's a sense of getting to know how you carry yourself as a woman. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, they do. I'm confused on what you're confused about. How most people carry themselves online is very similar to how they carry themselves in real life. So why wouldn't you want to know that before you're wasting your time and, in his case, money? If you don't like your digital footprint, babe, just say that. Just say that. Big thing to clock for my ladies that like to do dating content. Why would a man want to go out with you if he knows that afterwards you're going to post a vlog about it on your social media for thousands of people to watch and possibly laugh at them? It's not very appealing to the men, or anyone for that matter. In case you're like this woman and you didn't know before, let me tell you now, yes, they're going to ask for your social media. And if you don't like what it looks like, change it.
You know, you're listening to these lists and what modern women say they want, but really give them 4 or 5 years and they'll be tired. I'm tired of having to carry this load. I'm tired of having to do this all myself. It's been 5 years. It's been 2 years. And I'm already tired, boss.
Where are all the good men? A lot of them have been lost along the way. And a lot of them are stuck in a men's mental health crisis where there is no help coming, or at least they think so. A lot of them have been told that their feelings don't matter. A lot of them have shared vulnerably and told they were weak. A lot of them have had their deepest, darkest moments weaponized against them. So they're not going to speak out again. They're never going to allow that to happen. So where are all the good men? A lot of them are locked away and sealed in silence because of the people in their lives and the things that they've experienced. When they saw that no help was coming, they learned to shut down. They learned to be quiet. They learned to hide away. So the good men, they're still here. It's just that most people don't see them because most people don't provide a safe space for them.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video. Modern women have this thing to where they're expecting you to do it like they want you to do it, exactly how they want you to do it. It's almost like a performance review. You know what I mean? A performance review. So, and I understand, you know, you have to talk to people and communicate with them. I get it. I understand it. I'm all for it. But modern women, the way they be treating you, it's almost like they think that they're your supervisor. Like they own you. Like you're the employee, they're the boss. That's the way they treat you. Like you don't know anything. You don't know what you're doing. Anything that might be coming out of your mouth hasn't been well thought out, hasn't been planned out. You're an idiot. You're a psychopath. You're aloof. You're obtuse.
I regret leaving my ex for my husband. I have been married for 3.5 years. What? And our relationship is crumbling. And it's... I really regret leaving my ex. He was so good to me. He was an amazing guy, and he would have done literally anything for me. I was stupid, young, dumb, broke, and I broke up with him because I wanted to drink and he didn't want me to. We were together for 5 years. And me and my husband can't even speak to each other without arguing. It's literally like a ticking time bomb. And the thing that really gets me is that my ex would have done literally anything. Like, I know from the bottom of my heart, he would have done anything and everything to keep me and to keep me happy. And my husband just doesn't care. Like, my ex never lied to me, not even once. And my husband is a chronic liar. And I honestly just feel like this is payback and this is my karma for breaking his heart. But at the same time, it's just like, ugh, like, what do I do?
You know, the fact that some of these singles events and these mixers and stuff like that. Now I've seen some mixers out there that are pretty, they look pretty good. You know, that's something I might go to if I were single, right? But then you have a lot of them where men don't come at all. And women are like, where are all the good men at? How come men aren't showing up to this type of stuff? Well, it's not really beneficial. A lot of this stuff to a man isn't really there's nothing I ain't going to take anything home from it. Well, you might get a number, you might, and what might means is it's similar to playing the lottery. Well, you might win, so keep on playing. I'm going to keep on playing the lottery, and I might never win. But I've spent a lot of money. I've accumulated a lot of tickets, a lot of lottery tickets, and when I've counted up the cost, man, I spent a lot of money on something that I never even had a chance to win. Well, you know, do you have a shot? Probably I have a shot, a chance to win in general, but do I have an actual chance versus a 1 in infinity chance? Probably not. Probably not. And that's how a lot of men feel about dating. They don't really have a shot with a lot of these modern women, with the way that they act, with the way that they treat me, and really honestly and truly on that subject, with the way that they treat me, do I want to
Bring back men who beg. I figured it out, ladies. This is the problem. The men ain't begging on the track no more. Now, I'm on my way to a date, but before we get into that, let's chat. Remember the love songs used to feel like passion and romance? Well, girl, now they are glorifying not caring. And let me tell you, this is an issue because not men think they the prize. I'm telling you right now, this is the downfall of culture. I don't know about y'all, but I need my man to care. Like, don't come around me being nonchalant with a whole lot of ego and pride. And another thing, what's understood does in fact need to be explained. I like clarity. Where are we going? What time are we going to be there? And what's the dress code? I'm a girl who is not too scared to ask questions because having clear intentions matters. And if I get a little inclination of confusion, you don't got to worry about me. Call me delusional, but if it don't feel like a 90s R&B song, I don't want it. On a positive note, this is me on a date with a very intentional, kind man. We went to go grab some lunch. I tried a couple new wines and we ate good. At the end of the day, girls, we aren't settling for Mr. Nonchalant. Get you a man who is kind, full of passion, has clear intentions. Okay, we'll chat later. Bye.
And the one thing that modern women will continue to do is talk themselves out of help. They'll continue to talk themselves out of assistance. And they'll continue to let their pride and their ego get them in trouble. I don't need no man. I don't want you to take the lead. Get out of my way. I can do it. Or I don't need no man. I don't need you to provide. I can do this, and this. And when a man step back and say, oh, you got it, because that's a man's nature, is a step back. If you told me you got it, that's what I would do with my friends. I'm trying to help you out unless I see you falling over. Then I'm not going to help. Okay, he said he got it. That's a boundary that men don't cross. Not a lot of times. If he say he got it, he got it. I don't think he does, but if he says he got it, he got it. Unless he don't, I can clearly see he don't got it. Modern women are the world's best at continuing to show face, to put on a front. And a man said, I wouldn't have it at this point in time. I think she needs help. But she told me not to help. She told me to leave her alone. I can't really tell if she needs help or not. And even when you can see that that woman clearly needs help, once again, there's been some weird stuff going on with these modern women to where you go and try to help them and they turn on you. So everything that I would have done naturally as a man, I'm second guessing myself because you've twisted and turned everything with your bad behavior.
Why are most men insecure around women that are about their business? I think because they haven't found their purpose yet. I think the only reason why a man would ever down a woman is because he doesn't feel good inside of himself and his mission and his purpose and his plan and his level of leadership. And so instead of doing something about his issue, he attacks that woman. Because a man that sees a woman as his partner, even if she's a little bit ahead of him, will be like, oh yeah, that's my baby and I'm getting mine too. I've never met anyone doing better than me that talks down on other people. I've only ever met low vibrational people that have low vibrational experiences. And the more low vibrational you are, the more you get to perpetuate that story. I don't subscribe to that story, but I feel like To me, it's giving weak. It's giving you are insecure inside of your result. And so now you wanna lash out and attack. Yeah. Because it's a mirror of all the things you could have done and you didn't. It's a mirror of all the ways that you lack. It's a mirror of all the disappointments that you have. And instead of dealing with yourself, you take it out on that person.
And what you see a lot on social media is women continuing to say, man, men don't really have the courage to come up and approach. They're not really bold enough to approach. Well, that's because you have social media. That's because you have a lot of these modern women that don't know how to do right. They don't know how to act right. And so they come towards them. Well, you know, I guess not physically speaking, because they don't really want to approach a man. Mentally speaking, energetically speaking, if I can say it like that, they come towards a man in such a manner that a man is apprehensive. It's like, I'm not really sure what's going on here. I'm not really sure if, you know, she's really into this. I'm trying to read, but I'm not 100% sure. And you can't read her because she's changing her mind in the moment. You're walking up to her and she's still trying to make a decision on whether she wants you to approach or not. And what modern women have gotten comfortable doing is waiting until you get up there to talk to them and say, no, you didn't read the signs right. When actually you did read the signs right. They just changed your mind when you got in their face. That's what they're doing. Oh, you know, I just decided I really didn't want anything. I really didn't want him to approach. Get away from me, you creep. Record. Get away from me, creep. Leave me alone. And you do that enough and you post that online enough, people are going to see your account because you're behind and your face is all over your account. And so people, men specifically, will be like, oh, she did this other guy like that. I'm not 100% sure if I want that for me.
These are 10 of the best places to meet high quality women. Coffee shops. Not only are they crawling with women, they're also easy to start up conversations over. Singles events. Yes, they still exist, and the best part is you don't even have to wonder if she's single. Pro sporting events. One thing's for sure, you'll never have to convince her to come to a game with you. Group fitness classes, which typically attract women who care about their health. Through mutual friends. This is the most underrated way to meet single women because she's already walking in with a good first impression of you. Charity events, which typically attract selfless, community-driven women. Live shows or concerts. Everyone's in a good mood, and you'll easily be able to connect over the person you're there to see. Dog parks. Dogs are conversation magnets, so use them. Farmers markets. It's a runner-up to coffee shops in terms of just how many women it attracts. And finally, traveling. Airports, tours, hotel lounges, you name it. One of the lowest stake ways to meet high quality women. And as always, feel free to save this video as a helpful reminder of some top tier places to meet single women.
What some of these modern women will do is they will shop. They will continue to shop over and over again, which if that's what you want to do, okay. But when you're doing that, you're wasting a man's time and you're wasting his energy. You're wasting his money, right? You're looking for a man that says, hey, I'm interested in you. That's what you said. You're looking for a man that is intentional. You get frustrated when a man says that. When a man says, I'm intentionally dating, and then he fools around and doesn't text you back, you get upset. Well, guess what? Surprise, surprise. You're doing the same thing. When a man says, hey, I'm serious about us, you want to change the subject. And then, 6 months later, when he's tired of chasing you around, playing all these silly games, you wonder why the man is less interested. You wonder why the man don't want to have anything to do with you, right? Y'all might get together and hang out, but you notice, oh, he's not so gung-ho about paying the bill like he used to. Or, this time he made me pay half. Well, what happened last week? You paid for the whole bill last week. Well, yeah, I want to be nice, but you and I are friends, right? Well, I mean, yeah, so I paid my half, you pay your half. I don't understand what the issue is. Well, I mean, I thought we were a little bit more than friends. I thought we were working towards going out. Yeah, I mean, but not for 6 months, though. Not for 6 months. It's me taking you out, paying for things, and doing things for you for 6 months. And, you're probably still out there looking for other guys. It doesn't take you 6 months to know, hey, I want to try this out. I want to test this out. What company do you know that has a 6-month free trial? Full access to services, by the way. Which company?
I love this question. Where are all the good men at? If you're over the age of 35, most of the good men are married. They're in long-term relationships, they have families, and they're doing their thing. But if you're looking for a single good man, most of those men, they're putting their life back together. They're healing. They're healing from a nasty divorce, from a nasty custody case. They're healing from a toxic relationship. They're healing from relationship. They're healing from being emasculated throughout their entire marriage. That's where the good men are. They're at home. They're finding peace, solitude, healing. They're trying to understand themselves better. They're trying to become better men. They're trying to overcome all of the hardship that their ex-wife put them through. They're not in the dating market right now. They're starting to understand that marriage might not be the best option for them. They're keeping to themselves because of all the damage that's been caused to them by divorce, a toxic relationship, a nasty custody battle. Good men are at home. They're keeping to themselves because of toxic women.
What you'll see with a lot of these modern women is a bunch of entitlement, right? A bunch of expecting him to do all of the work, which is really what he has to do from the start. Has to put in a lot of investment. Mind you, when you look at investments, you're supposed to have a minimum amount of information when you make an investment. You're supposed to be able to look at somebody's financials for at least the trailing 12 months and say, okay, this is what they look like, to make some sort of decision. Some people are saying, well, have they been in business for a while? If you have a startup, it's going to be a little bit different. But even in a startup, you're looking for certain things. If you've invested in that space, you're looking for, certain things that a good startup would have this. So I'm going to go ahead and invest. Or you're talking even if they're just starting, you're saying this, what do you have to let me know that I can invest right now? Well, I'm brand new. I haven't gotten a chance to do it. Yeah, I know all of that. But I'm looking for certain indicators of potential so that I can invest. Modern women don't really bring that to the table. They're expecting you to invest in them on a wing and a prayer. They just, I have not shown you anything. I have nothing to bring. I don't have anything to bring now. And I'm probably not going to have anything to bring in the future. But just trust me, I'm going to be good for you. That's what modern women are asking men to do. Just trust me. No credentials, no nothing. I'm going to ask you about what you got going on. I want to make sure that you are doing what I need you to do, doing what I want you to do. But I'm not going to give you any reassurance anywhere.
Men should always lead and women should always navigate. Don't let anyone tell you anything different. Let me explain why. It's not about one being more powerful than the other. It's about different roles that complement each other. When a man leads, it doesn't mean he controls. It means he takes responsibility. He makes decisions with love, vision, and with the weight of protecting the family. And when a woman navigates, that means that she brings her intuition, her discernment, and her ability to see things that he may miss. This is just a daily reminder to women to stop trying to play both roles. You're doing a disjustice to yourself and your man. And if you are dating, stop allowing him to get away with just doing the bare minimum. If he doesn't want to protect, lead with love, and be a provider, then you should be walking the opposite way. Because even in the Bible, it says, men are called to lead like Christ loved the church. That means with sacrifice and no ego. Lead with love and navigate with wisdom. That's how you build a foundation that will never crumble.
Okay, I feel like a lot of the men in this comment section are either chronically online or we've just lost the art of picking up signals. from women. Granted, there are like a lot of women who come on here who have been like creeped on, or maybe like some guy approached them in the wrong way, or, you know, something happened where they're like, don't come up to women in public. But like, I have friends who seriously were like, oh, I saw this really cute guy at the gym. I'm going to go back at that same time. Maybe perhaps to strike up conversation. Like, that's just their thought process. And so if you're consistently seeing a woman somewhere, she's got her AirPods out, maybe she's smiled at you a couple of times, making glances across the room, those are signals. I don't know. I'm just some like old married hag, and I met my husband at the workplace. But I just feel like if men are like too scared to approach women in public, like we're all doomed, because I'm sorry, these little dating apps are way too overwhelming. No one is meeting anyone. I mean, there's a couple lucky people out there, but I feel like no one is meeting their husband, their wife on a dating app these days. So let me know if you need help figuring out like what a subtle flirting sign or signal looks like from a woman across the room. So that way you don't have to be nervous to go and approach her. Because this exists. Like, this is how people used to do things. Thank you.
Why do I feel like men have it way easier in dating now than women do? I feel like, number one, the ratio is off. So for every one decent man, there's like 30 incredible women. What is that about? It's just not even. It is not balanced. So that means that men, I feel, please correct me if I'm wrong, I am so willing to hear it. I feel like men get their pick of the litter. 90% of the time, when you find someone who is kind of like, oh, you know, he a vibe, he's cool, whatever, he has a girl. Or he's married with children. I can walk outside right now and see like 50 gorgeous women with amazing personalities and so much to give. And I'm gonna find like 2 cute men. And maybe that's for me to say, but that's how I feel. It is just not balanced. It's not balanced. I really feel like the only ones who maybe have the short end of the stick are short kings. Because all the women out here want themselves a man that's tall. And if I'm being honest, sometimes I feel a way about that, because I'm like, girl, if you 5'2", if you 5 feet, if you 5'3", any guy's taller than you, for the most part. So you're good. I'm 5'6", 5'7". It'd be a little difficult because a lot of guys, I feel like on average, are like 5'6". They're like my height. It's just, I don't know, it's just not even. Talk to me.
I was talking to a girlfriend at dinner last night, and out of nowhere, I just looked at her and I was like, I want a boyfriend. I want a boyfriend. I don't remember the last time I said those words or felt that way, but I'm putting it out there. Let's talk about it. I think sometimes we as women feel ashamed to say that for some weird reason. I'm not really sure why that should carry any type of shame to like want companionship and love. It's not coming from like a needy or a desperate place. It's a very normal, healthy place to say, yeah, I want companionship. I want to be in love. I want all of the good things that come with a relationship, and I'm ready to take on the difficult things as well. And let's be honest, anything that I've ever wanted in life, literally anything, I have spoken into existence. When I was looking for a job last fall, I literally got on here and was like, I'm looking for a job. And I said it early and often. I told everyone that I was talking to that I was looking for a job. I actually haven't felt like I wanted a boyfriend for years. Maybe I thought that I did, but I still had unfinished business and things that I needed to heal. And as y'all know, I was like in a relationship for a number of years, and that's a year out. A year out since we officially ended, less since we technically ended, I guess, you know what I mean? When you have someone else in the picture, no matter how close or far they are, it's just really, really hard to be open to something else. And I feel like I am finally in a spot where I can legitimately be ready for something else. So yeah, I'm just saying it. I'm ready for something real, something peaceful, a true partnership. I believe it's out there. And if that's what you want too,
then that's okay. It's okay to say that. It's okay to want for things in your life. That's it. That's the post. Just me out here manifesting with my wet hair.
And what's funny is a lot of these modern women will go down a list of things that they expect a man to do. And then they'll be like, oh, if he doesn't do this, then he's getting chopped. Oh, he's getting cut and all that. And so a man might go a couple of weeks, or it used to be months on end, trying to do the things for you, but you're unappreciative of them, is essentially what it comes down to. She might drag a man on doing things, simping for her, basically, at that point. It'd be one thing if she was actually reciprocating and she was giving him that same type of energy back, or similar, right? At least dump me a bone, do something for me. But you're not doing any of that. And so you got him in there 3-4 months deep doing for you, and you waiting on somebody else to come scoop you up. You hoping that the dude that you actually want gonna come and get you, gonna show you some interest. And he doesn't. And that's how modern women lose their position in dating. They'll try to hold on to somebody else thinking, oh, he gonna be here forever, trying to get this other person. And if I don't get this other person, I still have him over here. And I'll just keep on doing the same thing over and over again until I find somebody that I actually like. And then when it's time for me to break it to them, I'll talk to the group and they'll say some stupid stuff. Well, you know, it was never meant to be. I've been feeling this way over the past 2 or 3 weeks. Lying. You've been feeling this way over the past 3 to 5 years. You just been messing around with me because that other man didn't want you. Now, when you look like you have the opportunity, you're going to run to him. Once again, the problem is you're going to run to him. He's going to pump you, dump you, and you're going to send you on back to me. And you don't want me to handle your foolishness. But I'm not. But that's the way modern women think. I'm going to keep him on the hook, keep him running around and chasing me while I chase this other man. And when after 10 years, that man that I want don't want me, and I'm clear on that, I'm hoping that the man that I kept on putting on the back burner still wants me.